Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Met Service urges Jamaicans to brace for rain. MP probes controversial Cooper's Pen eviction exercise. And later in sports, winless Jamaica Kingsmen to take on Amazon Warriors at Sabina Park tonight.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Shamila Pula and here are the details. We begin this afternoon with the Met Service of Jamaica urging Jamaicans to prepare for increased rainfall in the coming days. Principal Director Evan Thompson says a tropical wave is moving across the Atlantic and edging closer to the Caribbean. He says the system could bring increased rainfall to Jamaica as it approaches.
Now, there is one in particular that is showing some promise, some potential for development. Looks like it could likely become a tropical depression in the next 24 or so hours. And so we continue to monitor as it moves closer to the region. What is expected is that it will continue to strengthen for a short period, but as it enters the Caribbean region on the weekend, we are expecting that some weakening will take place. It is likely that the system will pass by Jamaica by Monday of next week, and that it will produce some rainfall, some well-needed rainfall over sections of the country, but we are not expecting that it will be a tropical depression, tropical storm, or hurricane at that time. We're just likely to experience a tropical wave, a strong tropical wave probably, moving across our region and bringing some well-required rainfall.
Police have dismantled several vendor stalls in 3 Miles, Kingston as part of a crackdown aimed at clearing congested streets and restoring order. The Jamaica Constabulary Force says the stalls were obstructing roadways, contributing to disorder and disrupting the smooth flow of traffic. Despite resistance from some vendors, police urged them to comply with the operation and relocate their businesses to more suitable areas. Member of Parliament for Trelawney Northern, Tova Hamilton, says an investigation is underway into Tuesday's eviction of Cooper's Pen residents without notice. Ms. Hamilton says she will determine who authorized the exercise and whether proper legal procedures were followed. She says the police were shown court documents and asked to assist with the demolition of the homes.
National Land Agency's website, the property is registered to New Falmouth Resorts Limited. It is therefore understood that yesterday's operation was undertaken on behalf of that private landowner. Now, I also want to be very responsible in what I say. I do not condone informal occupation of land. I have never done so. The people of Wakefield know the position I have consistently taken, because I believe communities must be developed in an orderly and lawful manner. Land ownership matters, property rights matter, and the rule of law matters. But here is where I draw the line. The rule of law and basic humanity are not enemies.
Ms. Hamilton says the eviction stripped Cooper's Pen residents of their dignity and that they should have been given an opportunity to leave the property.
To do this. If possession of the property was legally to be recovered, then people could have been afforded reasonable notice and a meaningful opportunity to remove themselves and their belongings. That would not have changed who owned the land. It would simply have demonstrated compassion, decency, and humanity. And that is why I'm anxious to know who determined that this was an appropriate way to carry out this eviction. Who authorized the manner in which this operation was executed? What instructions were given? And what safeguards were put in place for children, the elderly, mothers, families, and people's personal belongings? These are legitimate questions, and the people of Cooper's Pen deserve answers.
The government is condemning remarks by opposition spokesman on human rights, Isaac Buchanan, concerning Cooper's Pen residents. Alia Bryant reports.
Speaking on TikTok Live on Wednesday, opposition spokesman on human rights Isaac Buchanan reportedly made controversial remarks about the demolition exercise in Cooper's Pen. He reportedly encouraged the people who were not affected by the demolitions to claim they had lost their homes in order to qualify for government-funded housing. His comments come amid ongoing discussions about the government's response to residents affected by the demolitions.
So to the people of Trelawny who wake up and then bulldoze your house, I feel your pain, because you see the Prime Minister, him have to lift up off of some house, and him have to give you. And when him put him plaque on the house, then when him have to give you back. Rip it off when they're done, because if them not give you back house, Tova can't win down there. Right now, anywhere should there be a twep. Prime Minister have to go keep cabinet meeting and know that she have to give back in the house. And we not ease up off of them neck. Because government are creatures of the Constitution. And the human rights run this, the humans run this. Wanna bet me, if you think I lie, me I tell. So someone who never up there, take all 1 foot on the bed, broke it off and carry it up there and say, see where left ya? Yeah, choppy line pan them, cause anybody where in a dark the place there where them bulldoze, you have to get back a house out of government. And it now gonna be no trailer. Better you get land.
State Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, Senator Apka Fitz-Henley, has condemned the remarks, describing them as disgraceful, unacceptable, and inappropriate.
For a member of the shadow cabinet to publicly advocate for people to perpetrate a scam in order to benefit without just cause from resources which belong to the taxpayers of Jamaica is most disgraceful, unacceptable, and unbecoming. It is unprincipled, and Buchanan should introspect on his comments and recognize the egregious nature of what he has advocated for. But I tell you what, the opposition spokesman's comments are symptomatic of a mentality historically and currently promoted by the opposition, where they often appear to openly support law-breaking and disorder in society.
Meanwhile, the Office of the Prime Minister says tents have been provided to affected families along with food supplies and toiletries. Aaliyah Bryant, TVJ News.
More calls for better security at entertainment events following the recent Zimisa Beach party in St. Anne. The Jamaica Youth Advocacy Network wants party promoters to provide enough security based on the size of the crowd. The group is also calling for clear emergency plans and better training for security staff. The group says the safety of young people at entertainment events must be a priority. It is also urging the government to enforce stronger safety.